Hello, it is now week 4, Christmas week, and it's the most eventful week I've had so far. It started off with a bang. I got there on time. 8 o'clock, I was on the table, 10 minutes of radiation. And then all of a sudden, one of the technicians came rushing into the room, snapping at me that I had the gall, I had the nerve to not have, to have almost an empty bladder, and that I could be hurting myself. So our message was understandable. Oops, I didn't drink enough water. But it was their tone of voice that really threw me off. I was hurtful by it, but I didn't say anything to it. However, I stewed that rest of that day on Monday, and also I had that flu going on, which made me very weak, unfocused. But I knew that I had to deal with it, and I said I'll talk to her on Tuesday. Tuesday came, which was December 24th, and I had she was there at 8 o'clock, and before I went and I talked to her, but I made sure she was by herself. And I told her, what you did yesterday was very hurtful and very unprofessional. And she started to defend herself. And I said, listen, what you're talking about is fine. I'm glad that you brought that up, that I need to drink more water before I get there. It was your tone of voice. And of course, she denied anything wrong with her tone of voice. And I just said to her, because I realized I'm not going to prove anything to her, listen, if you do that to me again, I'm going to talk to you in the same tone of voice you talk to me. That's all I'm saying to you. And then I turned around and left, went back inside, took off my shoes, got on the table. She was not there for the session. When the session was over, 10 minutes later, a man came in there who was a supervisor, and again with a strong tone of voice, telling me that he will not tolerate disrespect to his staff. Some way or other, I was able to turn it around immediately and said, you're right. That is disrespectful, unprofessional, and it should not happen again. And I hope it doesn't happen again, because she just, it was uncalled for. I'm a patient. And so I turned it right on to her and changed it from me to her. That shut him up. I got off the table, put on my shoes, and left. She was nowhere to be seen. And that was Tuesday, December 24th. I had a meeting with the doctor at the 24th. In the same, I did not bring that point up, what happened. I thought it might not go well, since I was so highly upset over it. And again, no problems with peeing or constipation or diarrhea, I guess they're mostly good. Mostly I'm tired, mostly because of this flu, and weak, not concentrated, not able to concentrate, stay in bed, and a lot of coughing and choking, which was good because I knew the choking part and spitting up mucus was the beginning of the end. All right. On Christmas Day, Wednesday, I was able to drive to a friend's house, which is around 30 minutes away. I went off the road twice, lost concentration. Nothing serious, but this shaken me up. But I continued and made it there, and sat like a zombie for 2 hours or so, ate very little and left, and made it back on time. No problems. I was able, without going off the road. And then I had radiation on Thursday and Friday, December 26th and 27th. So there is a change this week because of, mostly because of the flu, I think, and also not sleeping. Some nights, waking up at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning and tossing and turning for the next 6-7 hours. I'm still using a rental car, and I haven't been able to get a new doctor yet. I'm not working out this week at all, week 4, so it's a big change. But I think this thing is going well in the sense that there's no big problems from their end, from what they tell me, from the radiation or hormonal part. So I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk about the next week soon.